By Grungy's beard, it's time for another episode of
Sigmar Saturday!
How you doing, guys? Big Mac Danskell here again today, and welcome to another episode of Sigmar Saturday. Well, hey, now you may be thinking, but Daniel, you're painting corn at the minute, or you're building a corn army at the minute. I am, but this is a very special video because it's my entry into the Sigmar Showdown by WargamerOnline. WargamerOnline, they have a community page on Facebook where you can, if you want to take part in the Sigmar Showdown or check out what it is, just put in the search on Facebook hashtag Sigmar Showdown, and then you'll see other entries. And you'll also find the WargamerOnline community on Facebook. It's WargamerOnline, that's all one word, and then space community. So yeah, I'll talk you through what I've done to it. What it basically is as well, the competition. I should talk you through that. What it basically is take an Age of Sigmar miniature and convert it up to be an individual miniature. Basically, it can be something simple like what I've done, or it can be something completely, off the scale, compared to the stuff I've done to this miniature. So I'll talk you through what I've done, and it's not complete at the minute. I'm holding it together with blue tack, so there is time for change and stuff as well. What I'm planning though is basically I'm trying to get this to look like there's an image, and what I'll do, I'll put a picture on the side of the screen here for you, so you can see what I'm aiming for. So the image is, I don't know if it's Grungy or if it's Grimnir, one of the dwarf gods, or if it's just one of the dwarves in the realm of Akshi. Is it Akshi, the realm? And they're fighting, I don't know if they're fighting this magma droth or this big demon creature type thing. Anyway, you can look at the picture and judge for yourself. I'm going to try and achieve that sort of look with this miniature. It's something, when I first saw the picture, something that I really thought, it'd be amazing to paint some dwarves in those sorts of colours, especially the ones with like all the Urgold runes in the flesh, because you can have that as like a source of light, and the gold shining out from the dark skin tones they've got. But anyway, I'll talk you through what I've done on this miniature in order to try and achieve that. So I'm going to pop in front of you now an image of what this miniature comes in, the image on the package. So it's branded now as Grombendal the White Dwarf, but before that it was just a Dwarf Slayer. For some reason the camera's not wanting to focus on that, so I'll lay it down and hope for the best. There we go, it's focused now. But of course you can't see the miniature now because this white is too light. But the difference is, as you can see, the axe behind his head, I'm going to put some green stuff in on the shoulder. Like I said, at the minute it's blue tack, so I can get a better angle for the axe, more appropriate to the stance of the dwarf in the image. And also I've switched his axe in his left hand to be an axe from the Khorne Bloodbound kit. It was one. I only had one axe left over, but yeah, that's a little like it looks like a Khorne axe, a Khornate axe in the image. So I've switched it to this Khornate axe. It's not quite the same as the one in the image, but I think it's it just changes the aesthetic of the model, because the other one that comes in the kit is more or less the same as the one in his right hand. It's that one. Which is not focusing. But anyway, basically it's more or less the same as that one in his right hand. That one there. Ah, he's fallen over! Okay, so let's talk about what else I've done to the miniature. So the other things I've done to the miniature, I've chopped off his beard in the middle. Now it's hard to see because he's not painted at the minute. It's not that hard to see actually, because you can see the shadow behind it. I've chopped his beard right back to, so he's got these sort of two plaited bits either side, and then you can see through to the flesh, but it's very dark under there at the minute. So I'll turn it round. I'll take his head off. That's what I'll do. You can't take his head off. Here we go. Let's pull him apart. So yeah, so as you can see, I've chopped the beard right down. I'll show you the image again to compare it. So in this image, the beard comes right down past his trousers, but on this one it doesn't even come to the trousers, so you can see a bit more of the flesh under the beard, the stomach flesh, because I want you to get like that dark skin tone in there as well and get a really good impression of it. This axe here, I may cut the hand off. Let's move that out of the way again so we get a bit of better lighting. So I may cut the hand off this axe and twist it slightly to match the image more closely, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty pleased, obviously that's just blue tacked on, but I'm pretty pleased with the angle of that to match the image. And I think it's going to be, the only thing that doesn't match is the trousers. This model wears trousers. I'm not going to go out and buy a load more dwarf models, although some of them are really good. I'm not going to go out and buy a load more dwarf models just for one competition or one little community competition that's going on. Just because I don't want to, I spend enough money on miniatures as is, and I don't want to spend more than is necessary really. I don't have a bits box with loads of dwarfs in, unfortunately, because I've never collected dwarfs, but there we go. I've never even collected fantasy miniatures until Age of Sigmar came out, and then obviously now I've got the starter set and I've got a free miniature you got on White Dwarf and this guy now. I have bought another fantasy miniature before now, and it was the Dark Elf Assassin, or I had it bought for me actually for a Christmas present, and I converted that into a solitaire. That's not quite finished yet, but there we go. Anyway, that's just a little starter video to show you what I want to be doing with this Sigmar Showdown. I was going to call it a Sigmar off then. This Sigmar Showdown. So I'll put the image up again. Boom! Just here. Yeah, you can compare the two images there and see what I've done. There we go. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you on the battlefield.